Hello tennis guys and welcome to my channel. So this is a re-uploaded video of my training with the Tecnifibre T-Fight 295 RSL tennis racket. And the reason I'm re-uploading is, as you can hear, I'm adding a commentary into it. I've got a feedback from MJ who commented on this video, and he said no commentary on the racket for feedback and loads of thumbs down. Yes, and MJ, you are right, that was a mistake from me to not put a commentary into this training video. It looks kind of boring then. So guys, let's dive into it. You will see some timestamps for this video where you can click on them and you can nicely navigate through the video. I will try to commentate on the important things. So guys, let's start with the first shots. But before I start talking about the racket, you can already look on my review for this racket. Yes, it's out there, and there will be also a link for this re-uploaded training with my commentary. So the review is there and the racket is really good. It's great. So guys, when I first hit with this racket, so it was like, I'm not sure, it was like 1 year ago when the racket was released. I hit with this racket and I was like, yeah, it's good, it's really good. It can replace my Tecnifibre T-Fight 295 XTC tennis racket, but it is a little bit different. So this frame is stiff, guys. It's 70 RA frame, so the energy transfer is really fast. You can feel every ball you hit, and the racket has a really nice feedback. But if you are experienced player who plays with 100 square inch rackets, as I am, you will kind of have no issues with this racket when you pick it up. So as you can see, this is my second time I'm playing with this racket, and it's like 1 year after I hit with the racket for the first time when it was released. So the RSL version is an let's say older version, or it's the last version, but now when the new ISO tennis racket is coming out, but we still don't know if there will be also the 295 gram version, 300 gram version. Now there is only a 305 gram version, so we can talk about this 295 RSL version as the, let's say, latest one, but it has been on the market for let's say 1 year. There have been also a previous generations of this racket with let's say little bit different cosmetics, but they played kind of the same. So this racket is for, let's say, for intermediate to advanced players. So to the advanced juniors, advanced women, or maybe even some experienced juniors, experienced women, because this racket gravitates more to the player's stick. It is a T-Fight racket, so it's the, let's say, highest class from Tecnifibre. So they have only 3 classes: the T-Fight, the rebound or the tempo for women, and then the TFX1 rackets for, let's say, amateurs, club level players. But this is a serious racket, but with a very easy maneuverability. So this racket is really fast in your hand. You can swing really fast with this frame, and it feels precise. It feels more precise than, let's say, other 100 square inch rackets or 645 square centimeters racket. So 295 gram unstrung, 325 balance. The swing weight I measured, and you will see that in my review, is 318. It is the exact swing weight like measured from a tennis warehouse. So it is a perfect tweener racket. So, and when we talk about tweener rackets, so tweener rackets are kind of playful rackets for the intermediate and even intermediate and advanced level players that need a racket that is kind of playful, it's easy to hit with, but at the same time they have the performance of the, let's say, pro level oriented rackets for tournament level players. And that's all, that's what is this racket all about. It feels like the more heavier rackets, it plays like the more heavier rackets, but it is little bit easier. So where this racket really shines, well, actually it shines on all the aspects you find when you play a modern type of tennis. So let's say you play on the back side of the court, but you gravitate to attack your opponent more. So let's say you are, let's say, playing 60% aggressive, 40% neutral or defensive. So this racket is for someone who likes to create the tempo, who likes to create the rallies, who wants to be creative, who wants to be aggressive, who wants to push his opponent. But it is so easy to play with the racket. I would not say it is effortless, so you don't actually have so much free energy like from the TFX1 rackets, where the racket just creates more free energy for you, but you have some nice access to control, to spin, because it's a 16 by 19 string pattern, and you kind of have it all in this racket. So the stability when I'm on the net, when I'm playing right now smash, when I'm pushing my opponent, when I'm trying to hit hard, the stability is great because the RA, the stiffness, is 70, so it's a stiff racket. But I don't felt any harsh vibrations from this frame, as usually you will feel when the frame is so stiff. So if I can compare it to, let's say, Babolat pure drives, pure strikes, there are stiff rackets. They are around 70, 71, 72 RA, and you can kind of definitely feel the stiffness, but not in this frame. It feels actually like 65, 66 RA racket. But as you can see, I swing it really nicely. Look at that. The ball flies where I want. The depth is okay when I use my legs. You can't forget to use your legs. It's a racket that requires some skill, that requires some swing speed. So it's for someone who is swinging the racket rather faster than slower. And I like the sliced strokes. They are really good with this racket. The block slices you will see further in this video when I play with my sparring partner Žaneta, and I want to thank her once again for, oops, what happened? So she hit the ball in the court. So I want to thank her once again. She has been training with me lots of times, and she's willing to be on the video, and that's great when you have someone who is so passionate about tennis. And I can play how I want. I don't need to hold my swings back, so I can use every skill, everything that I'm capable of. So guys, let's jump further into this video to another chapter. If you want, just skip it, and I will talk about, let's say, forehand crosses right now. So right now we are at the forehand cross. It's probably nowadays my favorite stroke. I kind of learned the forehand to play it with more spin, to hit it more in front of my body. I got really inspired from watching television, watching all the guys, and use your legs, guys. This is my advice. Use your legs, use your hips, use your torso, and the last point you kind of add to the chain, to the movement of the swing, to the fluidity of the swing, is the hand, and the last is the racket. So many people tend to make the mistake. They think that you play tennis with your hand, with your racket, but no, it starts with your with your legs, with your feet. Then you create the energy from the surface. Then it goes from the low position of your body to the highest position of your body, and at the very end there is the tennis racket. And yeah, you get some feel, you get some feedback right after that. But don't skip the chain reaction actually works. And look at that. So I create the energy from my right leg, because I'm right-handed, and the right leg is the most important part for a right-handed forehand. So really the balls fly really nice from this racket, and I will say that the precision from this racket is really above average. It's really higher than from some, let's say, different rackets, like let's say from Head Gravities, like from Head Extreme rackets. And I would say it's a more precision oriented racket than many of the other competitors that have a 100 square inch head size. So really nice. I really like the forehand with this racket. It feels precise, it feels very solid every time you hit the ball, and there is actually no, let's say, weak spot. And guys, I love stiffer frames, then that's why I love also the Tecnifibre rackets with this high stiffness rating, because the stiffness adds to the power also of the racket, and the energy transfer is immediate. So now we're playing backhands. I hope you will see some sliced backhands. Actually my backhand got a little bit worse during the last few years, and the reason for that is when I coach people, when I play with amateurs, I use lots of times to, let's say, make it a little bit easier for me, a one-handed backhand or a sliced backhand. So I learned the sliced backhand quite well, but it had an impact on my double-handed backhand. I hit it too late. I don't have the confidence I had when I was, let's say, 20, 25, because I'm a player who plays almost every single doubles I play on the backhand side, because yeah, everyone wants to play forehand. So I'm used to, from my childhood, playing on the backhand side. But if you don't practice backhand regularly, like it's with all the strokes, then you lose the confidence in the stroke, and that's why I don't feel that confident. As you can see, I'm trying to find out the optimal path for my swing, and it's sometimes really hard. And also for the feet, when you move, it's much harder to position yourself correctly on the backhand side, I would say, than on the forehand side, because the hitting distance, the point where you need to hit the ball is a little bit different. It's kind of more close to your body than when you hit forehand. But anyway, the racket feels once again really solid, nice spin. When you hit it, the idle way is really great, and the slice is just magnificent. I like the slice very much. Wow, that was too late, but it was also too long. Yeah, so overall the ground strokes are the only one word that comes to my mind is the ground strokes are solid, really solid. They are reliable. You can rely on the racket. And one more thing, as I'm watching myself, I'm struggling kind of on some of the strokes, is that when you make a mistake with this racket, that's something really important, then you know what was the mistake, and usually the feedback transferred through the frame to your hand told you that you hit the ball you hit the ball too late, or your legs were wrongly positioned, but it's not about the frame. It's not a mistake of the racket. So sometimes when I reviewed some rackets, I feel like that the racket is doing something, and I'm not sure what it is. But in this case, I know what the racket is doing, but sometimes I fail to do the homework, let's say, and to do the things correctly, and the racket just gives me that feedback, and that's really great. That's a sign of a really solid racket for intermediate and advanced players, and even for some tournament players like juniors, and especially women who like to play with lighter rackets. And I'm also a guy who likes to play with 295, 300 gram rackets, because I'm a guy who weighs only 65 kilos, but I'm a long guy, 186 centimeters tall, and yeah, I'm swift, I'm kind of flexible, I like running, and I need a speedy everything. So speedy shoes, speedy rackets, light clothes, and everything must suit my style of play. So when you are a heavy guy who hits lots of aggressive shots, you will definitely need to switch to a heavier version of this racket, like the 300 version or the 305 gram version. But the 305 gram version is really demanding, guys. It has swing weight around 333 swing weight points, and that's a lot. So guys, look at the forehand long line. Isn't that great? Isn't it nice? So even when you hit in the doubles section for this exercise, it really doesn't matter. The important thing is the length. The length, the stability of the shots that you can put. You can play like 10 shots, 10 exact shots with this racket in the direction you want. And I've done it really extremely well with this frame. I felt really good with this frame playing long line. So I think it also, that the swing weight adds to the confidence and adds to the flow through, because a 295 gram out, that was too late, wrong footwork. So 295 gram rackets, usually they don't have swing weight of 318. They have swing weight around, let's say, 310, maybe 312, something like that. But the 318 swing weight is actually swing weight of, let's say, a 300 gram rackets. So this racket is light, but it is powerful, guys. It is powerful in terms of the flow through and the overall stability. And once again, I need to remind you, this racket is really, it feels so solid. It feels like a proper match tournament racket, but in a, let's say, lighter package. So guys, let's switch to another section, let's say to the backhand. I hope we will play a backhand long line for a short period of time, but just enjoy the forehand because I like it so much with this frame. Nice. Look at that. The swing is nice, it's fluid. It was too late, but a nice length once again. Okay guys, so now backhand side, backhand long line. So nice flow through once again, but when you hit it too late, when you hit the ball that is kind of under the net, the ball that bounces a little bit lower, you will need to use everything you had to make this racket work. So the idle point of hitting the ball with this racket is, let's say, above your hips. Above your hips. When you are trying hit it a lower ball, then you can struggle a little bit, because that's a sign of let's say a little bit more demanding racket. And once again, that's the swing weight, 318, guys, 318. It's not that easy. So if you are not at least on the intermediate level, just don't try this racket. I would not recommend it for, let's say, some beginners or a little bit advanced beginners, because this racket is too good for these type of players. I believe it is unnecessary good for someone who is starting with tennis, although you might think it is light. It is light, but the overall balance, the overall mass is definitely there. The stiffness is there, and it really feels like a classic, kind of a classic player's racket, like all of the TFight rackets from Tecnifibre. And I want to stress out that Tecnifibre actually is one of the few brands. Actually, it's the only tennis racket brand, I believe, that really focuses on more on the performance side of tennis rather than on some amateurs or club level players. They have also some rackets that are, let's say, for pure amateurs, like the TFight rackets, TFight Max, TFight Power rackets. But you don't find these rackets, let's say, at the Tennis Warehouse store, because they are for the beginners and, let's say, pure amateurs. But if you are a more serious club level player who plays, let's say, competition, who plays some team competition, who plays some tournaments and etc., who plays regular matches, then this is a racket to look for. Nice slice, and you will see some more slices, some more rallies when I play with this racket. Sliced backhand and also forehand. Now you could see it was too late, and what I really like, and I was talking about it in the previous minutes, that the feedback is there to help you, to tell you you should do everything better to enjoy the racket and to make it work. So the racket kind of cooperates with your performance. So if you are not ready for the shot, if you are lazy for the shot, the racket is there, and the racket will tell you, you are lazy, so I'm lazy too. I won't help you, you lazy boy or you lazy girl. Once again, you could see that was a lazy, lame shot from me. So you just need to swing the racket. Otherwise, it's stiff, guys. And stiffer rackets, they don't create the energy. You need to create the energy for the racket. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's it. The racket is really solid. I can play with it, I can train with it, I can practice with it, I can play matches with it. No issues so far, and it's probably one of the few rackets I can go out and hit with it and have fun and play 100% of my tennis without any, let's say, adjustment to my shots, to my style. So yeah, nice. Now serve. Is it good? Serve with this racket? How good is it? It's good. It's really good. So once again, the feedback you kind of I would say expect from a racket you want to use. So it is there. So everything is there. There is the spin, there is the power, there is the angle, so you can hit some angle serves with this racket. You can create some kick with this frame, and yeah, I advise you should use Tecnifibre black coat string like I did in this case, or some maybe ice coat. Not sure about that. Ice coat is a little bit muted. You will need to swing more fast, even faster with the ice coat. And then there is the excellent option, the razor coat. It is more expensive, but I would say the razor coat, it's a great blend of power, feel, and precision, and that's why Daniil Medvedev uses the razor coat, because it has everything you need for the modern style of tennis. So now I'm not sure if we are going to play a match or points. Yeah, it's just another warm-up. So let's skip to the points where we play a tiebreak or champions tiebreak, or some games, I'm not sure, but check it out in the description and in the timestamps section. There's the serve from the left side, where I usually use a kicked serve to the backhand side of my opponent. Yeah, and it feels really good. As you can see, the ball flies in a nice spin way, and it feels really solid. No issues, no flaws, no nothing that can kind of disturb you, nothing that can hold you off, that can kind of make your shots, let's say, weaker. So really good overall, really good racket that is maybe kind of underestimated by some people because they feel like the 295 is just too light, but I think it's exceptionally powerful, solid and stable for this weight. So let's go for the super tie break. So there we go, some serious points. I skipped the first point because I think that Žaneta made a double fault, so that was uninteresting. So there you can see the sliced forehand, sliced backhand, really nice rally. Look at the shot behind my back. Then once again, nice blocked slice, but she finished the point with a beautiful smash. But I can really I remember this sliced backhand to the lob slice. I tried to lob her because it felt so satisfying. I just blocked the ball. I just blocked the high speed ball from her forehand side, and it just got off exactly. Let's say I wanted, maybe it was a little bit too short, but I was in a hard defense situation. So now my serve, so I tried serve in the middle of the service side on her body. Now once again she hit a nice forehand, and I needed to switch to the sliced strokes once again, and they are so satisfying to hit with this racket, because once again the stability is there. So with some softer rackets that have the RA about, let's say, 62, you can actually have problems with these types of blocked strokes, because you need the energy from the racket to be transferred to the ball immediately, and with the softer frames there is a kind of slight delay. As you can see, there was a delay from my footwork. Yeah, it was too late. So the positive thing for the stiffer frames is that they transfer the energy immediately. So if you do everything correctly, there is great amount of power. The negative thing of the stiffer frames is that they don't do anything for you. Kind of they if you don't hit the ball, if you don't swing it, then there is no, let's say a trampoline effect, because the racket is just too stiff. With the softer frames, you have also maybe some little bit better control over the ball, because the ball stays a little bit longer on the strings. the frame plays with the ball a little bit longer, so you have a longer contact with the ball, so the feel might be a little bit more, let's say, pleasant for you and longer. So I kind of being demolished in this part of the training. So Žaneta is pushing me very hard, and I'm kind of playing rather defensive in this case. And as you can see, the defense is not the best way how to use this racket. So there are much better, let's say, defense oriented rackets, or let's say spin oriented rackets from other companies, like the Head Extreme rackets, like rackets from Wilson, like the Clash rackets. I would say the Clash rackets, they will give the ball some extra energy even when you are in defense, but they are really soft with the RA around 60, 61, 62. So guys, you need to prepare the rally with this racket, and I'm kind of, as you can see, I'm trying to play some long shots. I'm not sure if this ball was in. Yeah, it was in. I was saying, just I was apologizing for hitting a line. Yeah, line. Nice job. Ah, too late. Yeah, I'm saying to myself, too late, too late. Once again, too late, and there is the mistake. So when you try this racket, you can be, let's say, discouraged by the fact that the mistakes will happen with this frame, maybe more often than with other similar weighted frames, because this racket will just will not give you a break when you play with the racket. It won't kind of help you. So but for someone who is into tennis, who plays like 3-4 times a week, who likes to attack more, who likes to play more aggressive, who likes to play also doubles, who likes to play serve and volleys maybe, who wants that solid, stable, powerful racket in terms of the power. I mean the stability, I mean the precision, and I mean the power you can give to the racket. It's not a power racket in terms of a free power, but it's a power racket that works when you hit it correctly. So it's actually quite low powered frame, but with a high power when you do everything right. So it's kind of same when you compare these rackets to the pro staff rackets. So when I'm talking about this, is a powerful frame for this type of racket. So the power actually is in you. It's the amount of power you can give to these rackets, and they are actually low powered. But when we have some, let's say, rackets with an oversized head, they are power rackets. They are the real power rackets in terms of the free power. They generate the power for you. But some intermediate or advanced play can't play with a racket that creates loads of power for you, because you will be almost always long. And the only way how to compensate the free power going from these power frames is that you strung them really tight. But sometimes the construction of these power frames is not suitable for very tight strings with high tension. Wow, that was a kind of a lazy first serve. It looked like more like a third serve, I would say. So keep the racket moving, keep the racket with a high head speed, and it will work for you. So guys, that was my commentary on my training. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. And if you want to support my channel greatly, just buy me a coffee. The link is below in the description. And one more thing, I just created a Facebook page for the TennisGuy. I created the TennisGuys community page on Facebook, so I will post links below in the video. You can join me, you can discuss, you can comment, whatever you want. And just guys, enjoy tennis, play tennis every time, every day. And thanks for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. And don't forget to watch the full review for this frame. Bye guys.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious. That ball was on the line.